You may want to know about Bootstrap, but now you know that Bootstrap comes with a lot of stuff. There is the bootstrap.css file, which is impossible or very difficult to edit, a jQuery file, which is sort of the same, and a bootstrap.js file. Yes, your site is responsive, but it's not your own. What can you do? You can start by adding your own CSS. Create your own CSS file. Don't modify the Bootstrap core, which you see started above and sometimes goes on for like 3,000 lines of code. You're much better off overriding the existing styles. I usually call this file main.css or custom.css, and I overwrite the style that I want to change. You can find the definition of CSS at https://getbootstrap.com/docs/ and I have 3.3/CSS/, but if you're using version 4, obviously you're going to look in the version 4 file. For example, I changed the fonts, colors, and weights in the following tags, and if you take a look in the notes to this presentation, you'll be able to copy and paste them. You can see that in the body tag, I added a background color, I changed my type color, and I added a font to all the body tag. I changed the font weight to bold for the H1 and H2 head, and I increased the paragraph size so the font size is 16 pixels, and I changed the color also in that tag. I just need to make sure to link this below the CSS Bootstrap tag, because that's how HTML reads. It reads everything in order that you present it, so it's sort of like layers, and it's sort of the inverse of layers in Photoshop. The further down it is in the page, then it acts more. And so it would read first the bootstrap.css, and then it would read my main.css and enact those. So built-in responsive navigation. Here you see a site that I did, and I use the Bootstrap navigation. You can see that I have a full version, and when I get to something that is going to need a hamburger, it actually is built into break, and it's there for me. Bootstrap comes with built-in responsive navigations that change to a hamburger navigation. You can have a top navigation or a bottom navigation. You can also have a sticky foot navigation, and drop-down menus are built in also. The default navigation is black, so you will want to change colors in your custom CSS. So you can see I did that here, and with a very bright color. A Jumbotron. A Jumbotron indicates a big box for calling extra attention to some special content or information. A Jumbotron is displayed as a gray box with rounded corners, but you can change that really quickly. I took this example of a template, and it had a Jumbotron in it that says Hello World, and it actually has the image here as a background image, so you can easily put type and buttons over it. Also enlarges the font sizes of the text inside. Tip: inside a Jumbotron, you can put nearly any valid HTML, including other Bootstrap elements and classes. Use a div element with class.jumbotron to create a Jumbotron. And if you look at the documentation for Bootstrap, it clearly tells you how to use and access all of these things. Built-in carousel. Bootstrap comes with a built-in carousel also. The carousel plugin is a component for cycling through elements like a carousel slideshow shown above. In general, you just need to change the photos to get this to work in Bootstrap. And this is part of the drop-down components that you can find in Dreamweaver, as are the navigations and the Jumbotron. This is one that I really like, a basic progress bar. So if things are going to load slowly, you get this progress bar that comes up and tells people that things are loading. There are some sexier ones that you can also put in, but they're not the Bootstrap components. Other components are really varied. So you have buttons, input forms, fields, input fields, badges, wells, and much more. You can get to most of these by going to the Insert Bootstrap Components in Dreamweaver. And here is a great video on using these components in Bootstraps for more information. Once again, you should probably go to the notes for this presentation so you can just access a video from here. It is a YouTube video and it's watch V equals X60E cap Q EC hyphen cap Z or cap Q. I think you'll find that helpful, and I hope that you enjoy watching it.